I am about to give this composter a spin.
Did you think gardening was boring? We're here to crank it up a notch. I'm Stephanie Tucker, and welcome to EcoVision. Did you know that there's more microorganisms in 1 teaspoon of soil than there are people on the planet? Gardens are a really exciting part of our environment, and there's definitely a lot that we can learn about them. So today, we're giving you all the dirt about some exciting new gardening initiatives happening right here in our province. Enactus Memorial is bringing gardening to the main stage with Project SucSeed, an award-winning hydroponic gardening project happening right here. Let's take a look.
My name is Emily Bland. I'm the current president of Enactus Memorial.
I'm Abigail Ricketts. I'm one of the 3 vice presidents of Enactus Memorial.
So Enactus Memorial is a nonprofit student-run organization based out of Memorial University. We're a team of 62 volunteers that dedicate our time into implementing programs that address social, environmental, and economic needs within our community, across the country, and around the world. So our hydroponics project is called Project SucSeed. It's a project that originated about 6 months ago now, after our team realized there was a huge need for food security across Newfoundland and Labrador. So it started as a program where we developed hydroponic systems with the engineering faculty through using tech services out of MUN. And we created this system that was low cost. It could grow about 1,000 pounds of produce per year.
It could fit in your closet, below your stairs. It's really compact in nature.
And we only operated on $2 per week. So it was finally an affordable option that wasn't limited by expectations of weather, cost. There's no barriers at all. So the system works through hydroponic technology. It's been around since World War I. What happens, instead of using actual soil to grow plants, you use a nutrient-rich solution. So you have a Tupperware container full of water and nutrients, and it cycles through, and then the water is dripped onto the plants, which has a kind of like a rock wool type insulation around the plants that allows it to grow. So the water is cycled through. You fill it up every 2 to 3 weeks depending on what you're growing. There's no manual labor on it. You don't have to worry about bugs or pesticides or any kind of excess manual labor. It all works with itself. You plug in a light and a pump and it goes.
We're currently working in Rigolette, Labrador. We're also in Eastport and right here in St. John's, Newfoundland.
So we looked across the province and we figured out that Rigolette, Labrador was where we wanted to start it. We wanted to go to Labrador and tackle this problem where it was felt the hardest. So we created a cooperative model where we go into northern communities, we get 5 to 7 individuals, and then they start a cooperative and sell fresh produce to the local stores. So then it's available to the whole community. On average, you're looking at about 50% savings from what you used to see in grocery stores to the produce that we produce. From there, we had a small article go out in the newspaper, and we had over 100 requests in 24 hours and realized that the demand for these systems was way beyond just rural Labrador. So today, we have Choices for Youth. They actually build the systems.
Choices for Youth really came on board in the past, I'd say 5 months. And at the start of this project, we were building our systems out of technical services in the engineering building. Choices for Youth allows us to streamline our production. We took 6 at-risk youth. They developed skills required to create our hydroponics projects. They have an ergonomic workshop. They work 6 hours a week to produce our systems.
My name's Adam Smith. Technically, I'm the team lead in the Outreach and Youth Engagement program at Choices for Youth, which is located on Carter's Hill Place. But I am also, I guess, program facilitator, I guess is the name I'll call it, for the SucSeed program as well at Choices for Youth. Choices for Youth is a not-for-profit organization in St. John's that serves the youth population between ages of 16 to 29 that might be experiencing barriers and mental health addictions or whatever, or just needing some sort of support in the community. Choices for Youth kind of organically became, which is a good word to use, I guess, became involved with the SucSeed program. Early in the new year when we turned to 2016, we had actually been working with the Enactus team for another kind of program that our Moving Forward program. Enactus kind of said, hey, we have this product that we're working on. Do you think there'd be any space that Choices could fit into that? And then just kind of said, yeah, let's see what we can do, and then figured out a way to kind of pulled me into it and pulled some other people in from our finance department and other parts of our organization and kind of developed the program that you see now to help not only build these hydroponic units for Enactus, but also give real, tangible employment to young people that otherwise might not get that opportunity. We're very early on, so it's hard to give you any kind of measurable impact, but you can already see, even just as the young people that are involved in this program are getting so much more comfortable with the tools and with the actual work and the actual scheduling and showing up on time and what that means and how important that is to long-term employment to be able to be employed beyond the SucSeed program. All the other stuff and all the impact and everything is great, and it's an amazing program, and it hits on so many levels with food security and employment and blah, blah, and all these pieces. But just seeing the excitement on the young people and how committed they are to the work of being here 2 days a week and getting this stuff done has been, yeah, hands down the best part.
They're also in retirement homes now. They're in a 3-month curriculum in schools. They're in food banks, and now they're in Correctional Services Canada. So the applications for our hydroponic project blew all of our expectations. So the end goal for Project SucSeed is that we want to eliminate food insecurity not only across Newfoundland and Labrador, but across Canada and across the north. This is a simple solution that can allow anyone to grow their own food. If you look at the global stats, we need 60% more food by 2050. And there isn't going to be a magic farm that just pops up and can magically feed us all. So for us, we want this solution to be something that empowers individuals to take control of their own food supply. So it's a solution that can go into everyone's corner of their home, and you can produce strawberries for 4 cents each. You can produce a head of lettuce for 26 cents. So it's something that can finally feed people affordably, but also healthy. So if you look at any of the statistics across Newfoundland and Labrador, we're not exactly the most healthy province, unfortunately, but this is something that can promote that. And a lot of the reasons why it's hard to eat healthy in Newfoundland is because of poor access and poor availability and the high cost. So this is finally an option that takes it all away.
You know, you can see all the pictures you want of these people who have grown some stuff over the last few months or whatever, last year since they started building these prototypes, and you can see the picture, oh wow, that looks amazing, can't believe you grew that. And then it was another thing to have the Enactus team come down, show us how to set up a system, put in some seeds, plug that thing in, have the water start coming out, and 10 weeks later, you see the plants that you see.
I would say the entire project has been great. I mean, we started this 6 months ago with a small idea of a hydroponic system going in a few communities and what that could mean. We're getting contacted all the time from different communities wanting us to come in and help them. And I just love the uptake and the kind of long-term look of where Project SucSeed is going.
We were really excited to hear that Enactus Memorial's Project SucSeed won the Enactus World Cup in September 2016. That's so awesome. And you know what? Enactus Memorial is not the only fish in the sea looking at new ways to grow here in our province. In Torbay, the students and teachers at Holy Trinity High are using goldfish to grow fresh produce for their school using an aquaponics system. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Isaiah Santos.
Hi, I'm Cassidy.
My name is Lauren.
I'm Kayla.
I'm Brendan. I'm Steven.
I'm a grade 9 student
I am a grade 8 student. I'm a grade 11.
Grade 8.
I'm a grade 12.
at Holy Trinity High.
Welcome to Holy Trinity High!
This project has been a fantastic opportunity for our school. Our school ranges from grade 7 to grade 12, and you've really seen students come together, all ages, to work together on a project where age and grade did not matter. They collaborated and were very successful in what they did.
Aquaponics is the combination of hydroponics, which is the soilless growth of plants, and aquaculture, which is the farming of fish.
Plants require nutrients, water, and CO2 and light. So what an aquaponics system is a different way of providing a plant with those necessities.
An aquaponics system has a fish tank and it's hooked up to a plant bed. So what happens is the fish produce waste, and that produces ammonia, which is toxic to fish. So that ammonia gets converted into nitrates, which are also toxic to fish, and are then converted into nitrates, which the plants can use as nitrogen and helps them grow. Probably 2 to 3 months ago, we came in here on a Saturday, and we were here for about 4 or 5 hours, and we helped set up the structure of the tank. We helped put the water in the tank, and the next day, the teachers, Mr. Norman and Miss Mercer, they went and got the goldfish to put in the tank.
We faced a lot of challenges with the system. When we first brought in the fish, a handful died, so the system didn't grow very well at the start. We also had some mineral levels that were totally off the charts. When we started, we had almost no iron in the tank, so the plants wouldn't grow.
There has been a lot of challenges, well, not a lot, but a few challenges with this aquaponics system. One of the main challenges was we had algae. And we think that was caused by a lot of light. There was a lot of light in that area, and maybe we were overfeeding the fish.
Okay, so in here we have the sump. This is the real heart of the whole operation. The sump is all the water flows to the sump, and excess water stored here. The water that's stored in here allows us to keep our grow beds and their tank at the exact same water level all the time. Down here we also have our filter, which is what keeps a lot of like the big debris out, and it also mechanically and chemically filters the water with active carbon. So that keeps the fish healthy and it keeps the water level clear.
In order to make sure that everything's running smoothly, we have Raspberry Pi hooked up to the tank.
A Raspberry Pi is a small computer, and we got to learn how to use Python 3, which is a programming language.
And we have various sensors hooked up to it. So right now we got a temperature sensor, which monitors the temperature of the water. We're in the process of hooking up a distance sensor to measure the water level, and all that's hooked up to the Pi, and that is running a program to send out a Twitter message.
Every 12 hours, there's a new update showing the status of the fish.
Every morning, every night at 8 and 8, and that shows us the temperature, and there's a webcam that also tweets out a picture.
One way we monitored how the system was working is looking at the plants and the animals in the system, because they're a great way to tell how healthy the overall system is. So actually a couple of times we looked at the plants and we seen that the leaves had holes in them, and that's a sign that the plants need more potassium. So then we could add more potassium to the system. That helped out. Another time we looked at the plants and we seen that the leaves were a little yellow, so we knew that they needed more iron, and now we're actually testing our iron. So we have a test kit that we use to make sure that our iron levels are good.
I think the coolest part for me in this project was looking at all of the elements involved and getting a whole school community into this project.
We had students of all the full academic spectrum. So some kids might be involved in the robotics part, some people might be involved in planting, some people might just love fish biology, some kids just love the plumbing of the system. So it really involves a full gambit of students as well as the community.
We have people from Perfectly Perennial Seeds down in Pooch Cove who donated some seeds and did a gardening workshop. So that brought in a lot of people. We also did the Raspberry Pi programming workshop. So we got to meet a lot of different people from around our community.
So we've had a lot of great support from various organizations in Newfoundland, starting with the government of Newfoundland and Labrador, generally supported the project, as well as Whitecap Scientific sent a computer engineer over to us to help build our robotic systems, work with the Raspberry Pi.
Conservation Corps helped us last year. They supported us in starting an outdoor school garden, and we had huge success with that in the fall, and it was great to see so many students coming from that and excited to get involved in the aquaponics system.
The plants we're growing are mainly for a student lunch we have every year. We have planters boxes outside where we grow root vegetables, and then we use leafy vegetables that we grow in the aquaponics. And we have a student lunch for all of the students that help out.
I think aquaponics would be really good for Newfoundland and Labrador. I feel strongly that Newfoundland and Labrador would benefit from this system. Since we have a colder climate, our harvests don't really get that big, but since the aquaponics system is 5 times faster, we could get bigger harvests, and it's less expensive to do, which means Newfoundland and Labrador can stop importing as much eventually, and we could save a lot of money.
Word is spreading about the project. We've had requests from schools as far as Alberta inquiring how to put a system similar to this together. So we've been getting our students to work on a package of steps on how to build each component of the system so that we can make this available to any other schools who want to do a project.
On to our next gardening project. We visited the St. John's Native Friendship Center Green Team to check out the oldest rock garden in St. John's. Let's have a look.
My name is Peter Gita, and I'm a part of the St. John's Native Friendship Center Green Team.
My name is Josh, and I'm a team member on the St. John's Native Friendship Center Green Team.
My name is Eden, and I'm the team leader of the St. John's Native Friendship Center Green Team.
Well, our Green Team project this summer is to restore the oldest rock garden in St. John's, which is located on the premises of the center.
Previous to the Green Team being here, it kind of got a bit grown over. It wasn't the prettiest looking. You wouldn't know it was a rock garden. It looked like mostly grass.
We're making it look nicer, making it more natural, making it look good.
In our rock garden, we have a large dream catcher right in the center of the garden, and we have a nook shook. We've added lots of cultural elements within the garden. We're working on putting in a water fountain in the garden, and we're going to be putting in a medicine wheel and a Labrador flag made out of flowers.
It's putting in the different cultures into one garden, and it'll look, well, we're hoping it'll look really nice.
So it's going to be a really great representation for when people see the Friendship Center. They can see something beautiful when they come in.
One of the things we did this summer was a Growing Through the Ages project, which included some elders and some youth from the center.
I loved working with the elderly and the young because you can learn so much from both, and it'll make a great experience.
And what we did was we took the garden boxes, we filled them with soil, and then we got all the plants for them. We had a lot prepared to plant, and then we had the youth and elders of the center here plant the plants and herbs and different medicines that we had. We have a catering program here at the center. So what we will do is when the herbs grow, we have a catering event. We will take what we need out of the garden, and then we will use those to put in the food and give them some fresh local food.
And we're able to grow some herbs, and we're going to try and grow some of our sacred medicines as well, which helps us not have to buy those things, which helps us be more sustainable.
I had a really fun time giving back to the community of the St. John's Native Friendship Center because I go to the program here and it's always fun to give back, and I had an extra fun time doing it with the green teams.
It's just a lot of fun, and I love doing something that's making a change in the community.
I loved working here. It was my first job and my most favorite job. I loved it.
Rolling on to something a little different, we headed over to the Elaine Dobbin Center for Autism, home to a closed-loop food system, where they do a lot more than grow their own food.
Hi, my name is Tess Hemian. I'm the Manager of Advocacy and Communications at the Elaine Dobbin Center here in St. John's. We're one of 4 sites across the province that make up the Autism Society. And what's amazing about our site is that we're right on an old farm property. So we get to use the outdoors as our classroom. So what we're going to show you here today is how we use the environment around the Elaine Dobbin Center in programming. So for our transitions program, which is our pre-employment program, as well as our mobile gardening crew, which is what the transitions crew ends up doing in the summer. They work in gardens here and they work in gardens around the city. And we're also going to talk about our composting program, where we use waste from our center and the pantry cafe. We put it into a composter, make beautiful soil, and then put it back into the gardens to grow more produce for the restaurant. So let's go get the crew.
Hi, my name is Megan Marshall, and I'm the coordinator of the Transitions program at the Elaine Dobbin Center for Autism.
I'm Laura Chafe, and I'm in the Transitions program.
The Transitions program runs for a whole calendar year. Every September, I get 6 young adults who have autism spectrum disorder that are interested in joining the workforce and learning more about employment. And from June until the end of August, for every program, everybody gets paid summer work opportunity. And one of the things that we do is a mobile gardening crew.
Yeah, that's where we go to places and do some gardening. And right now we're coming to Parks Canada, Signal Hill. We're just gonna do some weeding there.
And they've got a big pile of mulch for us that we're going to put out on their gardens to help clean it up a little bit. So Parks Canada is one of our big supporters. We've gone there 2 years in a row. We also do gardening at Starbucks locations all across the city and a number of private homes too.
Yeah.
So what's on your clipboard? What sort of things do we need to bring?
We need 2 rakes, one with a blue handle and one with a red handle.
All right, so I'm going to open up the car for you, Laura. So every morning we go through our checklist of equipment that we need to bring. And then Laura and I will head up to the location and do our gardening. And we try to go to each location about once a week.
And here's the cooler bag.
Perfect.
Yay!
We're really lucky where the center is located. We're on 8 acres of land. And over the past few years, we've turned this outdoor space into an outdoor classroom. 6 or 7 months out of the year, the transitions team is learning outside. We find there's major therapeutic benefits to gardening for persons with autism who may have some sensory issues. There's a lot of teamwork involved in gardening. It's just lovely to be outdoors and to see, the fruits of your labor happen. We plant things from seed, we get to tend to things, we get to eat the produce that we grow.
Yeah, it's very tranquil. I love being able to work and you paid at it, just learning to do all these things.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Everard, and I am the property assistant here at the Autism Society here in St. John's. One of my main duties that I do here is I do the composting in this composting drum here, and all of our organics from the building and from other sites go into this composter, and all of our paper that we shred goes into our composter, and all of our cardboard that we break up goes into our composter. And we also get sawdust every now and then from Paradise, which is Cutler Millwards College, every so often. It all goes into our composter and it makes really good soil, and it keeps the vegetables and that really healthy in our gardens here on this property. What I'm basically doing is I am pretending that I am putting food or wastage or organics into the drum. So I'm just trying to open it up. So this is what I normally do when I put the compost in the drum. I just go like this, in like that. That's paper, and all that black stuff there is compost breaking down. I am about to give this composter a spin. The reason why it's important is because you're reusing all all the organics, and it's good to recycle it, and it can be used for mixed soil.
So our community garden is not really like your traditional community garden. It's actually one of our main fundraisers. So in the spring when we have our annual gala, each bed gets auctioned off during a live auction, and they go really quickly. They're like a hot commodity. So we have 26 beds right now, and each of them are auctioned off. So whoever the successful bidders are, they can either choose to donate all the vegetables to the pantry, which is our social enterprise cafe on site. They can come and do the work themselves, so plant the seeds, tend to the gardens, and then harvest everything. Or they can kind of tell us what vegetables they want. We do all of the caring, and then we let them know when their produce is ready. It's a great learning experience for the transitions crew. So a lot of the plants that are in those beds were started by seed in the greenhouse, and we start working in there in April. So we get to see the process from like planting the seed into the pod, and then actually harvesting the peas or beans or potatoes, whatever it is. So we start planting in there around the second week of June, and last year we harvested right up until November.
Bridges to Hope and Red Cross is another place that we go to. Bridges to Hope is a food bank on Cookstown Road. We go twice a week and volunteer in their food pantry, so we assemble hampers for their clients. And one of the things that my clients noticed was that they lack fresh produce. So most food banks have canned or boxed goods. And we knew that there was something that we could do to help. So we came back and we built 4 10 by 10 raised beds. And really great friends of ours, Gaze Seeds, donated the seed potatoes. And last year, this was a new initiative, and we harvested 160 pounds of potatoes and delivered them to Bridges to Hope. So this is our second year doing that now. And obviously it's more work for the transitions team, which is what we're trying to do, is sustain work for them. But also it's just giving back to Bridges to Hope, who've been really great with us and wanting my guys to volunteer there.
We hope that all these exciting projects inspire you to try gardening for yourself and turn over a new leaf. Thank you for joining us today and being a part of the change.